The Lonely Park, a small, quiet park in the afternoon. Children are laughing and playing, but one little boy sits alone on a rusty slide. Hello, kids! It's me, Emily, with an amazing story for you right here at Hey Hey's house. Are you ready? Okay, let's go! In a quiet town, there was a park where children laughed, ran, and played. The swings swayed high in the air, the merry-go-round spun with giggling kids, and kites soared above the green fields. But amid all the fun, one boy sat alone. His name was Jamal. He wasn't like the other kids. He didn't have fancy clothes, expensive shoes, or parents who bought him the newest toys. Jamal lived in a small orphanage on the other side of town. A group of rich kids are playing soccer, whispering and pointing at Jamal. One of the boys, Liam, kicked a soccer ball toward Jamal's feet. Liam, smirking. Hey, Jamal, why don't you buy your own soccer ball? Oh, wait, you can't! The other rich kids burst into laughter. Jamal looked down, clutching the golden pendant around his neck. It was the only thing his parents had left him before they were gone. He didn't know why, but he felt like it was important, like it held a secret. Jamal walks away, alone, as the laughter fades behind him. The museum trip? The orphanage kids step off a bus in front of a grand museum. A huge banner hangs outside. Historical Legends Documentary Festival. Jamal was so excited to be there and was standing the entire time just to get a better look at the exhibits and anything else he thought that he would miss. One day, Jamal's orphanage took a field trip to the city museum. The children buzzed with excitement as they stepped inside the grand building filled with ancient artifacts and history. But once again, Jamal stayed in the back. The rich kids and their parents were there too, dressed in their finest clothes, looking at him like he didn't belong. Liam's mother, whispering loudly, "What is that orphan doing here? This is an event for people of status." The rich parents nod, their children sneering at Jamal. Jamal ignored them and focused on the main stage, where a well-dressed man adjusted his microphone. Guest speaker, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome! Today, we honor the great Mansa Musa, the wealthiest man in history. His empire, Mali, was the center of trade, knowledge, and culture in Africa." A screen behind the speaker lights up, showing images of Mansa Musa, his golden caravans, and the great cities he built. Jamal's eyes widened. He had never heard of Mansa Musa before. The guest speaker says, "Mansa Musa was so rich that when he traveled to Egypt, he gave away so much gold that it changed the economy for years. But what many don't know is that his wealth was passed down through generations. Some of it remains unclaimed." The audience murmurs in excitement. Jamal absent-mindedly touched his necklace, his heart racing for reasons he couldn't explain. The big discovery. The speaker scans the crowd and suddenly stops, staring directly at Jamal. The guest speaker is shocked, saying, "Young man, that pendant you're wearing, where did you get it?" The crowd turns to look at Jamal. The rich kids smirk, expecting to see him embarrassed or even escorted out and arrested. Jamal, hesitant. "My parents, they gave it to me before they were gone." The speaker rushes off the stage, approaching Jamal with wide eyes. The guest speaker gently holds the pendant. This is Mansa Musa's royal crest. This pendant was worn by his descendants, and that means you, young man, are his last living heir." Gasps fill the room. Cameras zoom in. Reporters scramble. Millions of people watching at home see Jamal's stunned face. Liam's mother, whispering in horror, "Did he just say Jamal is royalty?" Liam, eyes wide, couldn't believe what he just heard. But he's just Jamal. Jamal is led onto the stage, his orphanage family watching in awe. The guest speaker says, "Ladies and gentlemen, this boy, who was looked down upon, is now the richest person in this country. His inheritance is beyond imagination." The rich families are frozen, their faces pale. The tables turn, Jamal standing on stage, looking down at the kids who once bullied him. Jamal could see their eyes filled with shame. They had laughed at him, mocked him, told him he was nothing. But now, they were the ones who felt small. Yet, Jamal didn't smile in victory. He didn't mock them back. Instead, he looked at the people who had always stood by him, his foster family and the orphanage staff. Jamal, softly, "I want them up here with me." His foster parents and orphanage workers climb onto the stage, tears in their eyes. Jamal took the microphone, his voice clear and strong. "Jamal, you all used to laugh at me, but true wealth isn't about money, it's about giving." The audience listens in silence. Jamal say, "My first act as the richest person in this country is to help the community that raised me." A screen behind Jamal lights up, showing his plans. A new school, gym, library, park, housing, a town center, and even a theme park. Jamal says, I am building new homes for struggling families, a school where all kids can learn together, a park where no child feels left out. The rich kids lower their heads ashamed. Their parents look guilty, realizing how poorly they treated Jamal. A new beginning! Months later, the town has transformed. Children of all backgrounds play together in the new park. The orphanage is filled with books, food, and new beds. Jamal had the power to ignore the people who hurt him, but instead, he chose to help others. He showed the world that kindness is the greatest wealth of all. And so, the boy who once sat alone on a rusty slide became a legend not because of money, but because of his heart. Here's a message from Hey Hey's house. I need everyone to listen, okay? No matter who you are, kindness is free. Share it everywhere you go. The end. Stay tuned for another amazing story right here at Hey Hey's house.